Hey everybody, good evening and welcome to the Thursday Night Live Coin, Silver, and Currency Auction with me, your host, Raven of RavenHawk Coins. Hope you all are having a great evening. Good to see you coming in and hanging out here in the nest. I see the one and only Invisible River Ranch, Johnny T, Steve LaPointe, Bombay Sapphire, Fleabag, Eric A, Brian Jansen, Jack Covert, Greg Chapman, Johnny T, Rubicon 60, Perry Custom Cards, John Jacobs, Bombay Sapphire, Edward Lee, Savvy Stacker is here, Gene Anderson, Dizzy Giraffes Coins, Invisible River Ranch, Shimbone 5000, Gene Anderson, Steve LaPointe in the joint, Rubicon 60, Scorpio, Darren Wilkinson, Harley Babe, John Camper, Warsaw Game Cam, Doug Wagner, Brother Doug in the Nest, Yoxnav is here, Silver Surfer, Buy Up, Gold and Silver, Richard Cornell, Harley Babe, how you doing? Brown Sugar 0069, Alan in Portland, Richard Hunter, Yoxnav, Brian Jensen, how you doing? KJ in Ohio, Brother Bill Driscoll, B. Roos is here. He got off work early. Check that out. All right, my friends. Eric A., just a friendly reminder to hit that like because he's been a Silver Hawk for over 3 years at 38 months, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, brother. I appreciate your long-time loyalty, my friend. Let's see here. Adam Crawford, how you doing? Good to see you. Wolf Tracks is here. Casey Hall. Coin Silver can't stay long. He's up in Cleveland waiting to see Eric Clapton. Wow, cool. Brenda Shank. Den Moe, Gilbert Rogers, Michael Hargis. All right, we got some cool stuff for giveaways tonight. The early bird, we're starting off with a star note and a not so bad looking. What's up, Wayne Lynn? 1909 VDB. Need celery to control the acid. Yes, Scorpio, the celery does help, brother. In Marsh is here, Shadrach 777. I love celery. Love it to death. All right, let me get the early bird started for you guys so that we can get on to the auction action. Let me turn on the night bot. What's up, Perry Custom Cards? How you doing, brother? All right. Go to giveaways here. Live chat. The other bot is already on. I'm sure the mods are shocked that I actually finally didn't forget. But I'm glad to see everybody tonight. What's up, Golden Bacon Tree? How you doing, Fat Baxter? Silverman 92. Ty McFadden. What's up, Ty? Christopher Sherman. Good to see Eric A. All right, guys. I'll be right back in just a few, and then we'll do that early bird giveaway. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. Hey, that's enough. There's nobody there. You're just barking a bark. I know how you guys are. Yes. YouTube bark central. Barky, bark, bark, bark. Oh, well, I can see why. You got the so pleasant neighbors banging around and stuff. All right. The nest is the best. Thank you, brother. Okay, got an envelope. Put this good stuff in there. And like you guys know, you just don't know what's going to happen through the night as far as what we give away. Nose is itchy. Let's pick a winner in 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Roy Boy, ladies and gentlemen, Roy Boy is the winner. Rion H just subscribed. But Roy Boy, you are the winner of the early bird giveaway. Congratulations, my friend. Very cool. All right. Now, I know I'm competing with Thursday Night Football, but hey, what do you do, right? All right. Close this out. All right, Silly Raven, let's keep this party started, my friends. But the midstream so far is a 48 set. Now, I was up front. This one and this one look like they've been polished, but they're still silver, 75 cents face. And you know me, there might be something that goes with it. Yes, Create Craft, 3 total giveaways. Right now, the middle and the end, brother. Thank you. Johnny T. All right, let's start it off, ladies and gentlemen. We have lot number 1. And thank you, Create Craft. You rock, my friend. Lot number 1 is 3. Okay, this is really strange. My Excel is not working. Let's see. Maybe if I do that. Huh. Sorry, guys. I got something. Something's locking up my Excel. This is the strangest thing I've ever seen. I cannot get into my Excel program. All right, well, I got a different way. I can do it off this sheet. Guys, Copper Out Coins, 47 months as a Copper Falcon. Got to come by the shop next time I'm in town. You should, my friend, you should. All right. So this is 3 consecutive choice uncirculated silver certificates from 1935 D block. Right there, 1935. This is known as the wide, and there are 3 of them in here. I will take them out and show you guys real quick. So you have number 47, 48, and 49. All 3 in a row. J-Dog with a $5 super chat says, you better call somebody, brother. Thank you, J-Dog. What's up, Sorcerer Stan? And we will start the bid at $3. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. We have a bit of currency tonight. People have been asking, so I brought some to the table. This little lot here, if you were to buy it, it'd probably be about 45 bucks. All right. We got Steve LaPointe in the joint coming in at 6 in the mix. Ladies and gentlemen, Especialo 1 coming in at 15. Looking for at least $16 to make us holla. Do we hear 16, ladies and gentlemen? Going once. Silver Surfer coming in at 16, my friends. Silver Surfer in the lead at 16. Looking for 17. Buy 'em up. Gold and Silver coming in at 20, ladies and gentlemen. With the George. Scorpio, the 500 and the 1000s are really cool. Buy up Gold and Silver in the lead at 20, ladies and gentlemen. Buy up in the lead at 20. Looking for at least 21. Going once. Buy up in the lead at 20. Looking for 21. Do we hear 21? Going twice. Buy up about to get the deal of the century. If he gets this for 20. Last call, ladies and gentlemen. Especialo stepping up to 21. Perry Customs trying to get in there. A big shout out and thank you to Perry for the $2 red seal he gave me along with all the lures. Guys, Perry at 22. Looking for 23. Like we're Johnny T. Perry Custom in the lead. Invisible River Ranch hitting 23. Invisible in the lead at 23. Looking for 24. Going once. Perry at 24. What's up, Mud Swat? Going once. I keep writing the wrong word. Going once at 24. Looking for 25. Do we hear 25? 3 no motto choice uncirculated silver certificates from 1935. There is no motto. These are 90 plus years old. Going twice. Security strips were like early 90s, I think. Mid 90s. Especialo coming in at 25 and staying alive. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a battle. Going once. Especialo at 25. Looking for 26 in the mix. Going twice. All right, Especialo in the lead at 25. Rough crowd this evening. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Ty McFadden's dad turns 90 in 4 days. Well, happy early birthday. All right, my friends. Wow. Especialo about to get a heck of a deal. All in. Fair warning. This bad set is going to be sold. To Especialo 1 for 25. That's the what happens when you do a buck and go on items. Sometimes people get a screaming deal. And that was definitely a screaming deal. All right. Next item up. That's a giveaway item, Mud Swat. We have an 1896 and man, I don't get why my camera's acting so. There we go. 1896 Morgan dollar. Dark, but in really good condition. Cool coin, to say the least. And I still don't get why I can't get into my Excel sheet. That is really weird. All right. The Morgan, probably worth about 45 bucks. I got to start it off at least 35. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. We got J-Dog, the Slab Master J coming in at 35. Eric A in the nest getting in there. But J-Dog a little bit quicker on the bid. Looking for at least 36 in the mix. What's up, G Loft G? Going once to J-Dog. All right, guys, at 35. J-Dog in the lead. Going twice. J-Dog in the lead at 35. Richard Cornell trying to get in there, but J-Dog at 35 in the lead. Need at least 36. Perry Custom Cards coming in at 37, ladies and gentlemen. Going once, my friends. Perry Custom Cards in the lead. Richard Cornell coming in at 38 to make it great. Looking for 39. Do we hear 39? J-Dog with the George coming in at 40. And the Snow. J-Dog in the lead at 40. Eric A trying to get in there. So is brother Bill. But J-Dog at 40. Looking for 41. Going once. J-Dog in the lead at $40. Making us holler. Going twice. J-Dog in the lead at 40. About to get a good deal again. Last call for Mr. Al Key Hall, ladies and gentlemen. J-Dog in the lead at 40 bucks, looking for 41. Do we hear it? All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold to J-Dog for $40. Wow. Congrats to J-Dog. J-Dog with the win. All right, don't forget, we'll give a giveaway after lot number 12 or 13, I think I said. I don't remember anymore. Kelly Elix, welcome to the show. All right, here we go. 1985 Mexican Libertad. This one has a little bit of toning starting. See that nice cartwheeling going on. And the back is absolutely phenomenal. Let's see here. This is too strange, guys. I'm sorry that this is taking me a second. Alright, starting bid. We're going to start this off at about melt at 41. Good luck, everybody. What's up, Peter Bowes? Good to see you, my friend. The Tatas are real. LaPointe coming in at 42. Crawford at 45. Edward Lee trying to get in there. Edward Lee now in the lead at 46. Joe Overly trying to get in there. Scorpio at 47. Adam Crawford at 50. What's up, Joe? You may need to reboot the computer. Yeah, I just need to close out Excel. Matter of fact, I think that's what I'll do. You know, something's really weird. It's not responding at all. Huh. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to have to figure that out. All right, guys. Edward Lee at 51 and trying to get her done. Going once. Edward Lee in the lead at 51. Looking for 52. Joe Overly trying to get in there. Going twice. Edward Lee in the lead. Looking for 52 like we're Mr. LeFew. B. Roos coming in at 52, ladies and gentlemen. B. Roos in the lead, going once. Going twice. Create Craft, thank you, brother. You work hard enough, man. I appreciate it. What's up, Emil? All right, guys. Edward Lee, or I'm sorry, B. Roos in the lead at 52. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho, ho. B. Roos in the lead. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is so... Oh, Edward Lee coming in with the George and the Snoke. Edward Lee in the lead, going once. Joe Overlee's trying to bid and drive. Be careful, Joe. Going once. Edward Lee at 55 because he can't drive. 55. Going once. Going twice. Edward Lee in the lead at 55. Last call. B. Roos stepping in with the snow at 56, my friends. Going once. Cratecraft really is a great mod, Mustang Dave. Going twice. B. Roos in the lead at 56. Last call, my friends. Will it hold? We got a battle going on for the Tata. All in. Fair warning. This bad girl looks like she is sold to B. Roos for 56. And thank you guys for the advice. I know a little bit about computers. I've just never seen Excel do it quite this way. Alrighty, let's see here. Go there. It's like it's being held hostage. Alright. Excel on the mend. Guys, Cool Things with a $5 super chat says, good evening, Raven. Good to see y'all. Thank you, my friend. John Jacobs, that could be true. Could be a cache file issue. But hey, it's all good. All right, we got a 1914 Barber quarter coming up next. This one's a little dark, but it has full Liberty in the head band. And, oops. I just dropped it. That's smarts. But 1914 Philly Barber quarter. A little dark, but still a nice coin. And what's up, Mike Beatty? We will start the bid off at 20. We'll start off at 20 bucks. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Shadrack 777 coming in at 20, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in quick with the George. Shadrack knows a good deal when he sees it. Looking at 20. Looking for at least 21 to get her done. Going once. All right. Going twice, my friends. Holy smokes. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Jack Covert coming in with the deuce. And the Snope. Shadrack back alive at 25. LaPointe trying to get in there, my friends. But Shadrack with the strong bid. in the lead at 25. Where was it going to go? It's your underwater auction here on RavenHawk Coins. Going once to Shadrach at 25, my friends. Going twice. You know me, we don't slow roll. We get these things moving. Last call from Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, ho, ho. When I moved it, the reflection was clear. Thank you, Eric A. All right, my friends, all in. Oh, wait, you know what? Here, let me show you real quick. I'll show you on the flashy scope. I didn't think about this. I still need to get the scope taken care of, but it's coming. So there's the face of the coin. It is a little bit dirty. There it is. All right. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to Shadrach 777 for 25. Wow, congrats. All right. Shadrach with the win. What's up, Gray Squirrel? This next item up is... What's up, MR? Thanks for being awesome, Raven, says MR. You're awesome too, my friend. Alright, 1962 proof set. Sealed in the envelope. So you got the Franklin. You got 85... Basically, you got 85 cents. And on this, I would have to start the bid off at 30 bucks, I believe. I think that's pretty fair. Anything after that, we're pretty good. So good luck, everybody. Good luck. Guys, Doug Wagner, Brother Wagner, coming in at $30, making us holler with the George. Edward Lee in the place to be, coming in at 35. Now we're looking for at least 36 in the mix. Edward Lee in the lead. Eric A. trying to get in there, but Lee in the lead at 35, going once, my friends. Edward Lee at 35, looking for 36. Here's the thing, guys. No matter what, I'm super excited to have you here. Always a good time. I'm stoked when you guys get good deals. Please realize that I do this stuff the way I do for a reason. All right, going once to Scorpio. Doug Wagner was in the lead for a second, but Scorpio in there at 37, looking for 38. Going twice. Scorpio in the lead at 37, looking for 38. Last call from Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Scorpio at 37. All in. Brother Doug is out. Fair warning. This bad set is sold to Scorpio for 37. I have 3 of those, and when I made a list of what I have to take to shows. There you go, Jack. Hey, Jack, I'll be down in Grapevine. Not this weekend, but next weekend. This weekend, if you guys are in the Duncan area of Oklahoma, come and say hi. Thank you, Scorpio. I appreciate you, brother. What's up, Tom Thumb? The thummiest of thumb. Especialo says felicidades. Specialo is putting out a lot of Spanish tonight. All right, next item up is one more proof set that when I bought it, it was sealed. So that is the joy. And that's a 1963, so that does have the Franklin and everything. And like the last one, we started off at, where were we on the last one? We're going to start it off at 30 bucks. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Especialo entiendas mucho, pero no hablo mucho. All right, guys. Steve LaPointe in the lead at 32. Wagner trying to get in there at 30. Wagner and Steve battling it out in the early leads. Going in at 32 is the one and only Mr. LaPointe, Mr. L.A. Point. Yeah! Going once. Going twice. But here's the thing. Especialo knows that I know some Spanish. All right. Going once. Going twice. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Scorpio coming in at 33. Scorpio in the lead. Lee trying to get in there, but Scorpio in the lead at 33. Looking for 34. Going once. Scorpio kicking butt. Oh, here we go. Edward Lee at 34. Edward Lee in the lead. Going once. Steve LaPointe is out, my friends. Going twice. Scorpio coming back at 35. Going once. Scorpio in the lead. Going twice at 35, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Mustang Dave. Taco Burrito Chalupa is about to limit to his Spanish-speaking ability. Except the curse words. Edward Lee at 36 in the mix. Going once, ladies and gentlemen. Going twice. Edward Lee at 36. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Scorpio coming back on the attack. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Well, taco, burrito, chalupa to you too, senor. Eric A. That's funny. All right, guys. What's up, Savvy Stacker? How you doing, my friend? All right, all in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold to Scorpio for 37. Back-to-back wins by the one, the only Scorpio. You know, what's interesting is I see the name Scorpio, but I think of the band Scorpions. Thank you, Scorpio. All right. Lot number 7. This one is a really cool note. This is called a fancy back, and this one is choice uncirculated. This is from 1928, I believe, if I remember. There's so much to remember about currency and coins, guys, that it gets to be, 1928. A with the Z serial number. This sucker is gorgeous and crisp. Look at the cool artwork they still used to do back in the day. And they called that the funny back. But that one is uncirculated. And I do have a reserve at 55. That is a smoking deal. Good luck, my friends. I know, now all of a sudden I'm hungry. Guys, Richard Cornell coming in at 55 and staying alive because he can't drive. 55! Richard Cornell in the lead at 55. Looking for at least 56 in the mix. Going once, man. Richard Cornell, the lone bidder on such a gorgeous note. Going twice. Oh, my favorite chimichanga in the world is carnitas chimichanga. But a lot of restaurants, they look at you like you're crazy when you order that because that's fried pork inside of a fried burrito. Last call for Mr. Ow Key. Michael LaFew says, I got a few with the George. Coming in at 60, ladies and gentlemen. Perry Customs trying to get in there, but LaFew in the lead. Where's Silver Chupacabra? Silver Chimichanga? That's funny. Going once. Perry coming in at 61, ladies and gentlemen. Perry in the lead at 61. Looking for 62. Going once. Hey, Mustang Dave, that truck, that's the El Mexicano truck. They have good food. They do. They used to be over by Dunkin' Donuts and they got pushed out. And we didn't know where they went. And then one day we were driving to the swap meet. And we're like, there it is. Going twice, my friends. Yeah, I hope Silver Chupacabra's doing all right. Sometimes Chup is lurking, guys. Going once. Michael LaFew in the lead at 62. Looking for 63. Going twice. Perry Custom Cards getting in there with the snow. At 63, going once, ladies and gentlemen, looking for 64. Do we hear 64 out the door? Going twice, my friends. Perry Custom in the lead. Last call for Mr. Al Key. Oh, yeah, Resin has a really stressful, job. Her real job keeps her really, really busy, and we're actually a lot of time we're just really happy and lucky. The ads are crazy tonight. That's weird because I don't have midstream ads turned on. That's YouTube then, Doug Wagner. That has nothing to do with me. I have the settings set to no. Guys, Michael LaFew coming in at 64. It's a family show, guys. Going once. What's up, Des Logic? Lucky is me being able to come in tonight. Thank you, brother. Good to see you. Going twice. Silverman isn't getting any ads. Visterion. Oh, the ads are on mobile. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, guys. Michael LaFew at 64. Last call from Mr. Alcohol. All in. Fair warning. This bad dollar is going to make you holler, and it's sold. To Mr. Michael LaFew, what you gonna do for 64? All right, guys. Michael LaFew with the win. Very cool. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen, we have another Libertad. Eric A says, I should get some ad revenue just for watching because he's got premium. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you, brother. 1985. Now that reverse, this one was an ender. 13 months as a Silver Hawk. 13 meses de división en el nido a divisarse. I need to work on my Spanish. All right, 1985. Had an ad blocker on my computer. YouTube made me take it off, or they're going to charge me a membership fee. Yep, it's their prerogative. It's the way that they want to live. All right. Starting bid on this, we're going to go at melt around 41 bucks. Can you guys believe where silver and gold are right now? Unreal, my friends. Guys, Steve LaPointe at 42, Crawford at 45, Joe Overly coming in, dropping the bomb on us at 50. Adam Crawford coming back on the attack at 52. Yoxnab at 53. Ladies and gentlemen, Yoxnab in the action. Overly, by the way, guys, Joe Overly, stand-up dude, really cool guy. I like him. Going once. Tata Vision says cool things. Yoxnab in the lead at 53, looking for 54, going twice. Yoxnab in the lead. So Mud Swat, gold is like, what is it, 3,600 now? If I remember, guys. Scorpio coming in at 54. Hold on. Yep, 36.31, and silver's at 41.51. And that's insane. Perry Custom Cards at 56 in the mix, ladies and gentlemen. Perry in the lead. Oops. Going once. Save the tatas. So goldbacks have gone up to like 755 at the shop. Per one goldback. Going twice, ladies and gentlemen. Perry in the lead at 56. Looking for 57. Scorpio is out. Last call. Perry in the lead at 56. Looking for 57. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold. To Perry Custom Cards for 56. Ty McFadden, they pay $1 back. When the store, because the store can actually buy them as a wholesaler for less than what they're buying them from the general public. So they'll be buying so it's $6.54 for each unit. Wow, gold back exchanges at 728. Hold on, it changed, guys. I'll tell you what it is. I just have to do a little bit of math. Give me 1 second. What was that? That was 728. All right, 7.28. Yeah, so it's gone down a penny. It was 754, now it's 753. All right, and this is Perry. Cards. Guys, if you guys want a really cool custom-made card, fishing lure, Christmas ornament, what have you, get a hold of Perry Custom Cards. He makes epic stuff. All right, next up, we have a beautiful 1909 VDB MS65 red, ladies and gentlemen. NGC slabbed and certified with a little bag fragment, which that doesn't really do anything other than say that somebody got this out of a bag of Wheaties at some point. But that is a cool coin. Those gray sheet for $195. I have it at $170 for the reserve bid because that's an expensive little coin in that condition. But I wanted to give the nest first shot. So good luck, my friends. Anybody that's looking for a beautiful 1909 VDB Shinbone coming in at $170. Shadrack says, fair price. Thank you, brother. Shinbone in the lead at $170. Mustang Dave at $175 and staying alive. Looking for $180, ladies and gentlemen. Mustang Dave in the lead. Shinbone coming back at $180. In a state that uses goldbacks, will they accept them from other states? Yes, Michael LaFew, all goldbacks are used in all states. Just because it has a state name on it, they use them for the value of the goldback. Shinbone in the lead at $180, going once, looking for $185 to stay alive. Do we hear $185? Going twice, ladies and gentlemen. Shinbone The man of the hour, Mustang Dave saying, things that make you go, things that make you go, yeah. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Ladies and gentlemen, Shinbone in the lead. Mustang Dave's thinking it through. Will it get to 185? We just never know. Where's it going to go? But hey, it is all in. Fair warning. He says, I'm out, I guess. No, that's the things that make you go, is an old song. This bad coin is sold to Shinbone for 180, ladies and gentlemen. I went to the LCS, and instead of buying a 1/10 ounce gold eagle, I walked out with just over 1/10 ounce and 24K gold shot. There you go. I sold my 1/10 Aussie Roo last week for $325, paid $243 years ago in a YouTube. Wow, Jack Covert, you gave that person a killer deal. Coin shops right now are paying $355 or so. All right, that was Shinbone. But Jack is a generous guy. CNC Music Factory, that is right. Joe Overly, you smart guy, you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys, I'm having a lot of fun with you tonight. I got to be honest. We've had some great conversation and really picked up my spirits. Here we go, 1956, Proof 68, NGC, slabbed and certificadoed, Roosevelt silver dime. Going up for grabs, ladies and gentlemen. That is a pretty nice, whatchamacallit, designation, grade, what have you. And that coin retails for $35. On this one, I would have to start the bid off at least $20, my friends. Good luck. Good luck. Guys, Jeff coming in at 25. J-Dog was in there at 20. Is it Slab Master approved? Ask Eric A. Especialo trying to get in there. Edward Lee. Mr. Lee coming in at 26. Looking for 27, ladies and gentlemen. Edward Lee in the lead, going once. It is indeed Slab Master J approved. Going twice. You know what, J-Dog? I think we're going to have to get you a second account that is called Slab Master J. Going once. Jeff in the lead at 27, looking for 28. Going twice, my friends. Jeff in the lead at 27. Last call for Mr. Al. His keys in the hall. Jeff in the lead. Jungle Marine. First time here, so can I pay you in gold backs if I win? I don't have PayPal. Eric A coming in at 28. You know what? If they had an app that could pay that way, I'd accept it. But you know what? Jungle Marine, if you have a credit card or banking card of any sort, you can actually still use PayPal and pay it that way. They'll just transfer it out and pay it like normal. Joe Must Be, what's up, brother? Going once. Eric A at 28, looking for 29 to make it fine. But Jungle Marine, thanks for coming in. We appreciate you. Going twice. Eric A in the lead. Last call from Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Eric A in the lead at 28, looking for 29. Do we hear 29? All in. Jeff coming in with the expert Snope, ladies and gentlemen. If you become a member of the channel Jungle Marine for $6 a month, you get free shipping. It's our silver level. I think it's $5. I don't remember now. but our shipping is normally $5. Yeah, I think it's $5.99. Going once to Jeff at 29, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff in the lead at 29, looking for the 3-0. Going twice. Jeff in the lead at 29. Eric A says, hey, I got third A. Going once. Jungle Marine says, deal. Thank you. Going twice. Last call from Mr. Al. Key. Haul, my friends. All right, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Mr. Eric A for $30. Good job, Eric. Thank you, everybody else. Hey, Raven, can you do me a favor and bring those red dragons just in case tomorrow? Yeah. Oh, no, Joe, I don't have them anymore, brother. They got sold. I just remembered. Those they went to the shop because my boss man didn't have the 1000 or the 2000 serial number, so he wanted those for his collection, and then he put the one that was a 3000. He says give it to Slab Master J. Look at that, guys. Eric A. given to Slab Master J. What a gentleman. And I better put J-Dog on there just in case, because Miss Raven does the shipping. And you know what? For that kind gesture, I'm going to do something. I'm going to add to the Midstream giveaway that's coming up here in just a second. I'm going to add a BU Rosie Dime to that giveaway, guys. And you know, with where silver at right now, a BU Rosie is like $3. You know, when I started doing this show in 8 years ago, you could get a Rosie Dime for a dollar, $1.10. Now they're like $3. Joe Overly, my pleasure, brother. You know, I got you, my friend. You're a good guy. All right, next item up, we have a 1960 Proof 69 star, ladies and gentlemen, which means this coin almost made a cameo grading, and it's one of those coins that honestly you might just take a chance and send it to like Annex to get a cameo designation, because if this had had a 69 with cameo, this coin would be worth substantially more. Right now it's going for about $35 or so retail in its current condition. But it is crazy. How you doing, Wolf Tracks? What's up, in Marsh? Yeah, a BU silver dime is $3 plus CreateCraft. CreateCraft, if you look at, so if you do just straight melt, and for those of you that don't know how to do melt, is what you do is you do 4150 times, and the number you need is 0.715. So that's for circulated silver. Uncirculated has a little bit different formula, but we still go by that. Straight melt is $29.73 at the current silver rate. That's no premium or nothing being added. That's just straight melt. All right, we're going to start this one off like we did the last one at $20, my friends. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Guys, Brother Doug Wagner coming in at $20. Yeah, silver dollars are 0.7734, that's for sure. Mud Swap, melt on silver. Right now, 29 plus. Guys, Shadrack with the deuce. Mustang Dave getting in there, but Jeff just a little bit quicker on the draw. Jeff at 25, looking for 26 in the mix. Dewey here, 26. Melt on a silver dollar is like 29 something by itself because they give silver dollars a different rate when they do it. You always get more money for silver dollars. Perry at 27. Shadrack coming in at 31 with the George. Oh, wait. Shadrack said melt. Shadrack. ICG, Joe, you comedian, you. Jungle Marine, I live in Oklahoma. Going once to Jeff at 29. And Create Craft, Shadrack was putting out the melt price. No worries, brother. Going twice. Battle of the Sunsets says cool things. Perry Custom Cards coming in at 30. Going once. So they do a different formula for silver dollars, and they pay a little bit more for silver dollars no matter what. All right, guys. Jeff at 33, like he's Johnny T. Going once. Jeff in the lead. Perry Custom at 34, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in Norman, Oklahoma. Going once. Perry in the lead at 34. Going twice, my friends. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Johnny T, it's a state and it's almost dead center. All right, guys. Perry Custom Cards in the lead at 34. Looking for 35 to stay alive. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is going to be sold to Perry Custom Cards for 34. You haul pipe to Oklahoma City every week. Nice. Right on. All right, so Perry with the win. Jungle Marine, I do work at one of the local shops in Oklahoma City. It's called Flying Eagle Coins. Great store. Even better owner and manager or operator. All right, we're on to lot 12. This one here, Leaf Lit Movies. Yes, there is a coin show in Duncan this weekend, my friend. Friday and Saturday. This is a gorgeous, uncirculated $5 silver certificate star note, my friends. 1953A. It should go for about $95 to $100 at most. I got a good deal, so I'm passing that deal on to you. Yes, that is where I do coin talk, Eric A. Coin shop talk with me and Stephanie. All right, guys. Starting off at $65 to make you holler. Create Craft. When I was in Dallas, Fort Worth, we took 35 to Oklahoma and back just to say we were in Oklahoma. There you go. Nice to visit. We got 94 likes in the night. This note right here being a $5 star note is pretty cool. Guys, Shinbone, the man with a mission, on the lead at 65. And the George. Going once. Shinbone in the lead at 65. Looking for 66. Going twice. You know me, I don't slow roll, guys. Shinbone about to get a heck of a deal. Last call from Mr. Al. Key. Hall, ladies and gentlemen. I used to fly into Tulsa and drive to Coffeyville, Kansas all the time. There you go, Shadrack. All in. Fair warning. Shinbone, congratulations. This bad boy is sold. To Shinbone for 65. Congrats. Shinbone could actually turn around and sell that note for good money. So congratulations, man. But like I said, I got a good deal on it. So we both got good deals, Shinbone. Chapo, I lived in Midwest City long time ago. Lots of nights in the storm shelter. Yeah. Storm shelters are a good thing to have. Alright, guys. Next item up. This thing is absolute beast right here. This thing is so cool. Corn Exchange National Bank and Trust Company from Philly. A little bit more common because it's a bigger city, but you don't normally see the Corn Exchange. You see a lot of National Bank of Philadelphia. This is from 1929. This thing is in excellent condition. The Corn Cartel. That's funny. All right, I do have a reserve on this because this is a cool note. It's an XF Plus. It'd probably be an AU. My reserve is $80. Dan Wade, I watched a 1929 $100 national note bill sell for $18. Wow. You know what's crazy about that, Dan Wade? That $100 national note is still worth $100 no matter what. Guys, Richard Hunter coming in at $80. That's criminal. Roy Boy coming in at 90, ladies and gentlemen. Got in just before Jungle Marine. CM Silver at 95 and staying alive. CM in the lead, going once. CM Jungle Marine, I have to have you registered, my friend. CM at 95, Jeff at 96. So if you sign up to be a member for your free shipping, then we can get you in there. Roy Boy at 100, or you do a live chat for $1. Going once. Roy Boy in the lead at 100, looking for 105. CM coming in at 110. CM, and that's just so that we know you have a live account. Going once. Going twice. Looking for 115. Perry Custom Cards, brother. Never a worry, my friend. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. The Penguin Shipping Cartel rules them all, says Ty McFadden. All right, my friend. CM knows what he's looking at, and guess what? He got a killer deal still at 110 because it is sold to CM Silver for 110. I'm starting a silver stacking YouTube channel, looking to post my first video this weekend. I will definitely be promoting the nest. Thank you, Adam Crawford. I appreciate that, brother. And I hope you do well. Matter of fact, Adam, email me when you do it. I'll come check it out. Heck, I'll even do you one better. I'll put a post in the community tab that tell people that you started a channel, because I started out the same way as you, man. Matter of fact, the guy in here tonight, Peter Bose, is my number 4 subscriber out of 158,000 people. Vicky C, who you saw come in last week and drop $500, which was unbelievable. Vicky C was like my second or third. I don't know who my first was. Or you know what? My first was probably myself. Yeah, CM Silver is here, Johnny T. It is time for a giveaway, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a pretty cool one for the Midstream. We've got a 1948 coin set. Now, here's the problem. Still silver, but I want to teach you guys something. When you see a coin that has that much wear, but it's still super shiny, that's been polished, okay? That quarter's been polished. There's a chance the Franklin was polished, but maybe not. But the quarter definitely has. But that wheat cent's gorgeous. So that set and a silver dime going up for the Midstream giveaway. And you know what, guys? I'm feeling a little froggy, so I'm going to jump. I'm going to add one more uncirculated dime to it. I was talking to somebody, you know, here's the thing about Whatnot. There's so much competition on there right now, and there's some people getting really the short end of the stick, because when you have $100 face old value note, even if it was in horrible condition and you couldn't sell it to a coin shop, you could still take it to your bank and get $100 for it. Okay? For that to go for $18, that's criminal. That is absolutely criminal. All right, so let's put that on there. We're going to turn on Nightbot. Live chat. And I'll be back. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. All right, guys. I am back. I'm back. And I'm ringing the bell. I'm rocking on the mic and let the fly girls yell. All right. Let's see who the winner is in 3, 2, 1. Un, dos, tres, cuatro. Crazy Stacker. Not just a stacker, a crazy stacker. Big bucks. No whammies. No whammies. Stop. I saw that kid when I was a kid called Press Your Luck was the game. All right, so Crazy Stacker with the win. And please make sure you guys claim your gifts. When you guys have a win, please claim it. I've got some stuff sitting here that people haven't claimed, and I don't really have a way to do anything for them because they didn't claim it. I can't force you to, you know. All right, let me close that. Turn off the night bot. Let me rearrange this little box a little bit, and then we'll get right back into it. We got 25 items tonight. We're making pretty good time. M. Marsh, nope. Adam Crawford, nope. 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 You guys are killing me. All right, next one up, we have another funny back. This one is not as high a grade, but it's still a beautiful 28A funny back. You can see I got it from Flying Eagle Coin. My home, away from home. And let me see where I'm at on that. The reserve on the funny back is $40. That's pretty darn fair. Don't claim in certain amount of days, give it away in a stream. J-Dog, that's actually a pretty good idea. I think I might do that. Steve LaPointe says you can just send me the unclaimed ones. There you go. All unclaimed giveaways go to Johnny T, Oklahoma Law Section C, Paragraph 20, Subsection B, or Subsection T. Oh, that's funny. Funny money. But that is a 1928A. All right. Looks like so far it's going once. Going twice. I'm surprised because this note's worth more than $40, that's for sure. Last call. I'll tell you what. I will put a buy it now at $35. I will basically break even on this note. Invisible River Ranch coming in at $40, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? Invisible, you can have it for $35 unless somebody goes above you. Joe Overly, right now the original bid was $35, but I put it at a buy it now. So I'm gonna give it to Invisible River Ranch for $35. Congratulations, Invisible. All right. Golden Bacon, I appreciate you, brother. I put the BIN out there, so I have to honor it. What's up, Gator Train Chaser? Just got home and switched to the laptop and missed what happened. No worries, Joe. You missed a good deal, Joe. He can get it. Invisible River Ranch, are you sure? All right, guys. Golden Bacon Tree, if he wants it for $40. Invisible River Ranch said Golden Bacon could have it. Golden Bacon, do you want it for $40, my friend? What's up, Colorado Mountain Mama? Golden Bacon says, sorry, I'm lagging. No worries, brother. So, Golden Bacon, if you want it for $40, Invisible's willing to let you take it for $40. Or Joe Overly, whoever wants the funny back between you. Yeah, I'm just making sure, though. I'm giving him a chance. What's up, Vote for Pedro? Okay, let me, I gotta get a sticker to be able to rewrite on it. Give me a second. All right, Invisible River Ranch. It looks like everybody, and I agree, I did say buy it now And you are... So let me put invisible again. But Invisible River Ranch, that was really nice of you, brother. That's a kind gesture. I appreciate it, but the nest has spoken. Vote for Pedro's Napoleon Dynamite, Eric A. There's never any stress, guys. Alright, this next one is a Shipwreck dollar. The research I did says this is an El Cazador because of... but it's... a lot of these are pretty beat up like that because they're shipwrecked. This is from 1783. This has its certificate and everything. You look these up on eBay. Some people are asking just ridiculous money for them. I have a reserve at 95. I think that is absolutely fair. Uncle Rico. So, congratulations. Good luck, everybody, on the 8 reals. Shipwreck silver. Going for 95 bucks. The cheapest you'll see it for on eBay is like 125, 130. Yeah, saltwater does do stuff, guys. Golden Bacon Tree coming in with the George at 95. Bacon in the lead at 95. Pedro trying to get in there, but Bacon Tree in the lead. Scorpio at 96 in the mix, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for Pedro coming in with the C note, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Overly, it is 27 grams of silver, 90%. And it's Shipwreck silver. Scorpio at 105 and staying alive. Looking for 110, ladies and gentlemen. Going once to Scorpio at 105. Looking for 110. Joe Overly, anytime, brother. Going twice. Scorpio in the lead at 105. Looking for 110. Do we hear 110? Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Hall, my friends. Big shout out to my brother Sonny. If he's listening and watching, I appreciate you, my friend. You help me a lot. Can eBay stores be trusted to buy coins from? Jack Covert, get the ones that have really good reviews. That's and in the United States. There's filters that you can bring that down to. All right, guys, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Scorpio for 105. Now, if I buy anything off of eBay, I do the filter to say North America only, United States, and they have to have a really good reputation. That's the best way to do it. All right. Lot number 16. We got a $2 star note here. Really nice condition. A little bit kind of, it doesn't have any actual folds. It's just got a little wrinkliness to it. Heck, it's from 1963. So it's 62 years old, right? All right, let me get the description. I think it's an AU almost. I have the reserve at 35 because it's a star note. Old star notes are pretty cool. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. The best way is just buy your coins from RavenHawk. Thank you, Darren Wilkinson. I appreciate that. Welcome back, G Loft G. You might want to put the year on it. 1963, right there, Eric A. Good luck. No folds, just a little wrinkly. I can empathize. Says vote for Pedro. Yep, Red Star $2 star note. It's all good. Worst comes to worst. Buy it up. Gold and silver coming in at 35 and staying alive. With the George. Going twice. I'm not going to let this sit. We're just going to go. Last call. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin bad currency is Bacon Tree coming in with the nope at 36, ladies and gentlemen. Bacon in the lead. Buy up gold and silver at 37. Snope back, ladies and gentlemen. That reminds me of that one movie that I've never watched. I have never ever watched Brokeback Mountain. Couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Going once to buy up. Going twice to buy up. Vote for Pedro. I was thinking about you the other day, brother. Last call for Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, ho, ho. What's up, Shroom Day? Good to see you, my friend. Steve LaPointe and Invisible River Ranch said, same here. G-Loft says, please don't watch. Yeah, no, it's not my, in my wheelhouse, guys. However you want to live your life is up to you, but that doesn't appeal for me. All in, fair warning. This bad note is sold to buy up gold and silver for 37. Did Bacon Tree get in there? Hold on, let me double check. Oh, Bacon Tree just barely missed it, my friends. Bummer deal. Especialo, you're about to get booted. All right, buy up gold and silver. Oh, that's funny. All right, lot number 17. Especialo's on a run tonight. Let me tell you. We have two beautiful silver-proof quarters, 93 and 94S proofs. And, of course, they're cameo because they're newer. The dogs are doing awesome. Doug Wagner, thank you, brother. We're having a little bit of drama with a neighbor behind us that has a dog that constantly barks, yet these people texted me the other day saying that our dogs bark at their dog. And I said, well, have they come over the fence? Nope. Have you had any problems? Has your dog gotten hurt? Nope. Leave me alone. You know, like, it's like you have nothing better to do but complain about dogs being dogs. That's some goofy stuff to me, you know. All right. Real world stuff, right? We're going to say starting bid on these is, what would that be? We'll start it off at $15. Chris Helms, roof. Yeah. They're just talking to each other, that's for sure. Ty McFadden coming in at 15. Golden Bacon trying to get in there. McFadden in the lead. Eric A coming in at 20. I had a pit bull attack my dog in my own yard, and then it tried to turn on me. Not a good day. Pedro, that's gnarly, brother. Rockzilla coming in at 25. Dropping the bomb on us, baby. And you know what's funny? I'll tell you guys a little story. Rockzilla, guys, Jungle Marine, welcome to the nest as a Copper Falcon. And if you're a silver hawk, you get free shipping. So when we were looking at this house when it was for sale, and there was an open house, people literally walked out when they heard the dog behind us barking. They weren't happy about it. So literally their barking dog is the reason we were able to get our house, because a lot of people were just like, nope, I don't want to deal with another dog right behind me. Going once. And welcome to the nest, Jungle Marine. We appreciate you, my friend. Or actually, Jungle Marine, you come to Oklahoma City, we could probably work something out. Going twice. At the other end of pits, you have my brother's dog. She's 80 pounds, acts like she's 10, will bounce at you and darn near knock you over. Super friendly, big dog. Yep. Guys, Rockzilla at 25. Peppa is a very loving dog. Stacker is the friendliest. I mean, just a super sweet guy. But it's funny how that works, you know. Alright, guys, all in. Fair warning. This bad set is sold to Rockzilla for 25. So what it is there's little bitty, you know, as your fence gets older, there's little bitty slat openings, you know. And they can see the movement from behind the fence. And what's crazy is, what I've noticed is it seems like anytime I open my door, 5 seconds later their door's opened. And they're doing stuff along the fence line, and you know, stuff that's gonna get any dog that's curious to bark or you know, whatever. But I just thought it was funny, the projecting at us, you know. Darren Wilkinson, I'm sorry you miss your dog, man. Dogs are like family. All right, next item up. This is a 1953 Proof 67, ladies and gentlemen. I think this thing was really close to cameo, but a 53, me and Peppa has had issues, says Mustang Dave. That's because you reached into the car with the kiddos. 1953. That dog is very, very protective of the kids. That's for sure. Oh, the reserve on this is wrong. The reserve is actually supposed to be 45, not 50. These gray sheet at 60 plus. Some people thrive on drama and can't be happy without it. That's very true. Very, very true. And some people might be saying, Raven, that's a nickel for $60. That's what they go for. All right. You're not seeing any action, so going once. Going twice. It'll go to Duncan with me more than likely. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. J-Dog coming in with the George. Going once. Going twice. Last call. Slabmaster J. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Slabmaster J. Here's the thing. Slabmaster J knows what's up. If you guys look these up, they're stupid money. Doctor, I swallowed a spoon. You need to get it out. Okay, have a seat and don't stir. That's funny. All right. You're welcome. Thank you, brother. That's a heck of a deal. All right. Next item up, my friends. Again, 2 silver proof quarters, one from 96, one from 98. They are S's, of course, because they are silver and they are proofs. Very nice. 2 coin set or lot. And we'll do it like the last set. We'll start the bid at 15 bucks. J-Dog knows his slabbage. Ty McFadden coming in at 15. Crawford trying to get in there, but McFadden just a little bit quicker on the draw. 110 likes. Eric A comes in with the George at 20, ladies and gentlemen. George! Jeff at 21. Now we're looking for the deuce on the loose. Ladies and gentlemen, do we hear the deuce? Going once. Jeff in the lead at 21. Looking for 22. Do we hear 22? Going twice. Jeff in the lead at 21. Looking for 22. Do we hear 22? Eric A says, I got 22. The deuce is on the loose. Going once. Eric A in the lead at 22. Looking for 23. J-Dog, thank you, brother. Going twice. Eric A at 22. Looking for 23. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Hall. It's once, twice, 3 times for Larry. I hope Larry's doing good. I haven't seen him in a long time. All right. All in. Fair warning. This bad set is sold to Eric A for 22. So Jungle Marine, with you being a chat member, you're now registered and you're able to bid if you like. All right. Eric A. All right, here. Next item up, ladies and gentlemen, is a 1956 proof quarter. You can see that cameo on the bird on the back. Boy, little man's having some fun out there tonight. He's just like, oh. Value's probably about 15 bucks or so. We'll start the bid off at $7. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. So for those of you that don't know, my little man, he has a speech issue. It's called childhood apraxia to speech. Adam Crawford coming in at 7. Jeff in at 9. Pedro and Cornell were in there. But Jeff in the lead at 9, looking for at least 10 bucks. Richard Cornell at 10. And he's coming a long way. We've got him in intensive speech therapy. He found out a while back that Ronda Rousey actually had the same issue as a kid. And for a long time, people called her, the R word and that there was something wrong with her. And nope, she just needed to learn how to speak properly. Going once, my friends, are Richard Cornell at 10 bucks. Looking for 11. Going twice. But he's a smart little boy. He understands everything we're telling him. He's just got a disconnect from his brain to his mouth that we're trying to fix. Last call from Mr. Al. Key. Oh. Joe didn't talk till he was 5, and now you know he can't shut me up. Joe, little man's a little bit older, but yep. I dealt with the same thing with my dyslexia, says Darren Wilkinson. Yeah, I think he'll do fine. Let's see here. We're at 10. What's up, Peppa? Oh, you're all huffy and puffy, huh? I see you. I see you. Hold on. Jeez. Come here. Come on. Come on, silly girl. You can do it. You're being lazy. You're slobbering up my pants. Like, ow. What is with you? Miss Nibbles? I see ya. Good girl. Alright, go play. Alright. Peppa wants to bid. Sold to Richard Cornell for $10, guys. Put the cup on. Put a. You know, those of you who've been with me for a long time. Wolf Tracks just passed a Suzuki on the way home. Brother dealt with stroke language stuff, yep. Heck, when I had my Guillain-Barré, I had speech problems. And here's the thing, guys. I've done public speaking for a long time until I got sick. And I had to literally learn how to catch my words. And sometimes, still to this day, I have a problem saying simple words. And it's just a result. See, I'm getting stuck right now. It's a side effect, so to speak. I was reading and the words didn't match what I was saying. Eric A., wow. That's no fun. Tell you what, guys. I'm going to take this 1960 proof and I'm going to add it to the Midstream with the Libertad. So lot number 21 is being given to the Midstream as a giveaway item to say thank you for all the coolness and stuff that I've seen tonight. You guys are amazing. All right, next item up. This coin here, somebody, believe it or not, at one time paid almost $300 for it. It's a 2020 West Point Mint Hoard, but it was made in 2017. Proof 70 Ultra Cameo John Mercanti Authentic Signature Proof Silver Eagle. And I have the reserve at $65. I got a good deal, you're getting a good deal. So good luck, my friends. I remember when you couldn't touch a proof for less than 120. Roy Boy coming in at 65. Vote for Pedro trying to get in there. Roy Boy in the lead, though, at 65. Mustang Dave says, I got 70. J-Dog trying to get in there, but Dave in the lead. Roy Boy at 75. J-Dog and Hunter trying to get in there. Roy Boy in the lead at 75. Pedro trying to get in there, but Roy Boy is still in the lead. J-Dog at 76 with the... J-Dog in the lead at 76. Looking for 77, ladies and gentlemen. Dewey here, 77. Going once. Yoxnav in the mix at 77, my friends. Yoxnav at 77, looking for 78 to make it great. J-Dog at 78, going once, ladies and gentlemen. J-Dog in the lead at 78. Dewey here, 79. I got one with the smallest blemish. They still gave it a 70. Eric A., that happens a lot with like the auction houses and stuff, or like QVC. When they buy in big bulk and they send it in, they're guaranteed a certain amount of grades, which is kind of wrong. But that's how it goes. Guys, Jeff at 79 going once. Looking for 80, ladies and gentlemen. Dewey here, 80. Going twice. If you don't know about the Wounded Warrior Project, ladies and gentlemen, vote for Pedro's here. Ask him any questions you have. If there's something you ever want to donate to the Wounded Warrior Project, let me know. Guys, Joe over Lee coming in at 80. Going once, my friends. But the Wounded Warrior Project I've been literally a part of for a while now, and it is a very cool guys, holy cow. Fundraiser. Good Lord. Going twice. Man, that messed me up. See, I told you, still to this day, I have issues with words at sometimes where my brain doesn't click like it used to, all because of Guillain-Barré syndrome. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Before we knew what Tourette syndrome was, we were waiting at a subway platform when this guy came up yelling and screaming cuss words, and it scared the heck out of us. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. All right, guys. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Joe Overly for $80. You know, sometimes the milk spots do show up. They do show up later. HEB supports that organization, and I support HEB. Here, everything's better if you don't know what HEB stands for. Thank you, Joe. And yes, Joe, I'll bring it to the show tomorrow for you. Overly. Okay. Got to put Joe's in a special spot. I know Joe from all the shops. We go to the same shops and everything. He's a good guy. Here we go. 1947 Washington Silver Quarter. This sucker is beautiful. And I believe it's a Denver Mint. Let me double check here. Yep, Denver Mint. Joe, thank you, man. I appreciate the support. It means a lot. This quarter, this year, this grade, worth about $25. 7-year member of Wounded Warriors, Jungle Marine. Right on, brother. Thank you for your service, by the way. We appreciate you. We're going to start the bid off on this one at $15. Yeah, I've seen that happen, Savvy Stacker. Brother Doug coming in at 15. Brother Bill in there at 15. Perry at 15. But Doug, the fastest on the draw. Richard Cornell, I'll see if I got a 49. I'll try to get it in for you. Yeah, I have a coin show, J-Dog, in Duncan, Oklahoma. I got to get up at the crack of dawn. Perry Custom at 17. Bill Driscoll at 18. Ladies and gentlemen, looking for 19. Vote for Pedro was in there. But Brother Bill in the lead at 18. Perry Customs at 20, ladies and gentlemen. Perry Custom in the lead. With the George. Going once. Guys, Bill Driscoll coming in at 21. Going once. Going twice. Here's the thing. Who am I fooling? I got 2 kids. I'm up every morning. My little man wakes me up a lot. Sometimes I can get back to sleep. Sometimes. But sometimes I can't. It's not that far, but for some reason it seems like it is, says Mustang Dave. Last call from Mr. Alcohol. Brother Bill at 21. What's up, David Rubin? Good to see you, brother. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Brother Bill Driscoll for 21. So, for those of you that don't know, the Duncan is like an hour and a half away, but it's a lot of farmland and going slow. You know, so you don't have a direct freeway to it. There's parts of it that you can go 80, but then you have to get off on these side roads and get out there. And there, you know, you go through a lot of little towns. And here's the thing: those little towns, they're banking on you speeding. So if you speed through any of the little towns in Oklahoma, you're asking for a ticket. You know, work right now, getting paid OT and watching the nest. Nice. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 1935 Choice Uncirculated with a ZG serial number. This does have an ink stain right there and a little bit of staining right there. But it is still a Choice Uncirculated. That it's still... I wouldn't get it graded, you know. But it's a cool one if you don't have any silver certificates. And it's a no motto. And we'll start the bid off at $10. I think that's pretty fair. It's probably worth 15 plus. There was a video I did on currency just a couple days ago. Guys, vote for Pedro at 10. Ty McFadden trying to get in there, but Pedro in the lead. Yeah, getting to DC is tricky. I lived in Maryland for a little while, Johnny T. We lived in the south part, and get this, California, Maryland. Going once. Going twice. Vote for Pedro in the lead. Last call. All in. Fair warning. This bad note is sold. To vote for Pedro for $10. Thank you, Pedro. But if you guys are interested in giving anything directly to Wounded Warrior Project fundraiser, get a hold of Vote for Pedro. And, or you can send something my way and I can take care of it as well. But it's a good cause for people that protect our freedom. All right. 1944 BU quarter. You see that beautiful cartwheeling? That's textbook right there. And it's a Philly. Motown Philly back again. Doing a little East Coast swing. All right, let's see here. And we'll start the bid on this one at $10. Shadrack coming in with the 10. Ladies and gentlemen, Brother Bill and Brother Doug trying to get in the mix. But Shadrack quickest on the draw. Brother Bill at 12. Perry Custom trying to get in there, but Brother Bill in the lead at 12. Looking for at least 13 like we're Mr. Bean. Did we hear 13? Going once. Perry at 13, ladies and gentlemen. This coin in this condition worth about 20 plus. Going, oops, that should have been going once. Bill Driscoll in the lead, now at 14, going once. Looking for 15. Do we hear 15? If I tried a cartwheel, I'd probably fall and break a hip. That's funny. Perry at 15. Vote for Pedro trying to get in there, but Perry in the lead, going once. Looking for 16, going twice, my friends. Perry in the lead. Last call for Mr. Al. Bill Driscoll coin coming in at 16, going once. Brother Bill in the lead at 16, looking for 17, going twice. Last call. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold. Oh, guys, Perry Custom cards in there with the Snope and the George at 18. Expert timing. Holy cow, going once. Brother Bill says he won't back down. Going once at 19. Looking for 20, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Driscoll in the lead. Going twice. Excuse me, guys. Holy cow. Going 3 times for the Nesties. Brother Bill in the lead. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for all the blessings. I appreciate it. All right, Brother Bill at 19, all in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold. To Brother Bill Driscoll for $19. What's up, Rubicon 60? All right, so let's get that on there. Brother Bill. Thank you, my friends. So here's another thing, guys. Again, I'll make the announcement. I will be in Duncan. If you want to stop by and say hi, I appreciate everybody's support here. It is now time to say thank you to the mods. A big thank you to the hardest working mod in the business, Create Craft Coins and Collectibles, J-Dog, Doug Wagner, Mustang Dave, Peter Bowes, Mud Swat, Johnny T, CM Silver. I think I said Mustang Dave. If I didn't, I forgot, but now I did. Des Logic, Conrad Reynolds was here. And I hope I said hi to Conrad. Invisible River Ranch. You guys are absolutely amazing. And of course, to all of our other mods that couldn't make it this evening. Speaking of two people that haven't been able to make it in a while, I talked to Rich Fontaine yesterday. Or no, was that today? I think that was this morning, man. My brother Doug Wagner, another great mod. I talked to Rich Fontaine and I talked to Sergeant Stacker. So they're doing good. You never know when you'll be able to see them. But hey, we're always thinking about them. Let's do the giveaway. Guys, Scorpio stepping up to a Silver Hawk. Thank you, Scorpio. We are going to do the giveaway for the Silver Libertad and the Proof Quota. Let me turn on the night bot. Let it win wherever you go. Tonight was a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you that's here hanging out. It means the world to me. I couldn't do it without you. And Jungle Marine, I just saw your email, brother. You don't have to do a link. I'm looking at it right now. I'm sorry I couldn't get back to you during the show. Guys, Shadrack with a $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. He said, help with shipping. Thank you, man. You guys are awesome. Jim Shank says, run, Forrest, run. Christopher Sherman. What's up, Wayne Lynn? Good to see you, brother. Metallic Silver Skull, how you doing, bro? If I missed anybody that said hello tonight, I apologize. It's not on purpose. J-Dog, I appreciate it, man. I hope the show is a lot of fun. I do appreciate it. Matter of fact, right after I get done here, I gotta get packed up. I'm not gonna drive out there tonight, but I gotta be up early to get out there in the morning. All right, let's pick the winner in 3. Thank you, Create Craft Coins and Collectibles. Have a great weekend. Safe travels. Thank you, brother. All right, let's pick it in 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Jack Covert, ladies and gentlemen. The Covert one won a nice toned Libertad, and a silver proof quarter. Hey, Jack, if you remind me before for the Grapevine show, I'll try to just bring this with me so you don't have to. We can save on shipping. I'm just going to be walking the show. All right, my friends. And I want to say a big thank you to everybody that bought something this evening. I forgot to do that. Especialo 1, J-Dog, B-Roo, Shadrack, 777, Scorpio, Michael LeFew, Perry Custom Cards, Shinbone 5000, Eric A, CM Silver, Invisible River Ranch, Bayab Gold and Silver, Rockzilla, Richard Cornell, Joe Overlee, and vote for Pedro. Thank you guys. I appreciate you very much. You guys are amazing. All right, let me turn off the night bot. And I'm going to write on here, take to Grapevine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you in the next one, and hopefully see a couple of you at the Duncan Coin Show. Like always, please make sure to take care of one another, and we'll see you real soon. RavenHawk Coins, have a great day.